Hey guys, Matt Allen here. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. I've got my wife Cece on the boat with me today and we are headed out fishing. We've got beautiful conditions. Let's go. We're really excited about getting out on the water today. It's just going to be a quick morning session, just a few hours out. We're exploring a brand new lake. We know nothing about this place, but we've got beautiful conditions. Sunny skies, little bit of chop on the water. The fish should want to chew today. Let's go find out. We are on the board.
I just barely ticked it. First fish of the day. Came on the dark sleeper.
Wow, he's not slacking it. That is a pike. Don't you take my jerk bait. Pike on the jerk bait. You gotta start somewhere. Anytime you're throwing that 110 in toothy critter country, it's a little nerve-wracking. He inhaled the dark sleeper. I mean, it is down the hatch. You know, anytime we come to a new lake like this, figuring out where to start, figuring out what's going on, those are the difficult things, right? And what we're doing today, I started out by looking at my map. And what I'm looking for, because it's a fairly large lake, and we have no starting place. First thing I did was look at my clarity. I've got 5 to 6 feet of visibility. Then I looked at the map of the lake and we've got a lot of long tapering points, big flats, essentially a lot of things that will spread fish out. That's not good when we're just showing up for a few hours. So what we've done is try to quickly identify a handful of places that would narrow it down or neck it down, places that fish would want to get on, transition spots. So we're out on the very tip of a main lake point. That's where that fish just came from. We're looking for things like tips of main lake points, where deep water comes in tight to shore, like entering a cove where those fish have spawned and then they've backed back out to that transition. We'll fish that transition. Things like that, just quick places that we can stop and check one after another until we get a feel for what's actually going on. That first fish she got was right at a transition out of a shallow flat. This one was on the tip of a point. We'll see if we get a few more and we'll figure out which one of those patterns we're going to run and then we'll just go from there.
One on the dark sleeper. Man, that was a ticky weird bite.
Was it?
Yeah.
Pike. Get in here.
Oh, where's your way?
That tactical finesse head is in there. That'll work right there. Those pike, they've been getting in the way, but throwing to the outside stuff, looking for better quality fish. And we found one. 6-inch Magdraft gets it done. Another good one. It was way out there. Another beautiful largemouth. He's got that Magdraft just choked. That hook's way in there in the roof of the mouth. I love it. I'm throwing that on the Destroyer P5 series, the Mark 58. Literally built for throwing these baits. That fish was so far out off the end of the point. In fact, I'm gonna jump on the map and I'll show you where on the lake we are, but way out on the end of the point. But between that rod and braided line to a leader, you can set hard across the distance, which is exactly what I needed. Essentially, the pattern that we're running now is tips of long tapering points. Some out on the main lake, out on deep water breaks, breaking to like 15 to 25. Some shallow. The one that those two largemouth just came off of is a really shallow point. I'm gonna turn the camera around and just give you a feel for what we're looking at. So this bay is super shallow. You can see there's some deep water out here. Then it just transitions into just basically less than 5 foot, just a giant grass flat. But this point sticking out here, both those fish were right out here off the tip of that point.
You've caught like a gigantic one. Do you remember?
Yeah, there's the fish that bit me right there. Here he comes, here he comes. I saw him swimming to, oh, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I saw him swimming over there.
Oh, buddy. Oh, sweet.
Nice one.
Ah, yes. Nice fish.
That's a good fish.
Switched over to the 3.5 swammer on the guppy head. Got a nice one.
Got him.
Net?
No, I'm all right. Oh, I broke him off.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Got him. Almost straight up and down.
You mean to net him?
I'll get him. Nice one. This fish followed me up 2 casts before and he was milling around. We're sitting in about 4 feet of water, flat sand, and then it just breaks. Deep water right here. They're running this edge. Again, fishing those transitions. That one's on that spark shad, but I saw him come over and just tag it.
I don't know what the reason is. These fish do not want to be shallow.
Oh, except that one. Man, he hit it hard. I was just commenting that none of the fish seem to want to be shallow. You know, we can see 4, 5, 6 feet deep, and there are these big expansive flats coming out off the bank, and then you get out there and they roll off. And as we were coming into this spot, there's a little creek inlet here. Cece was driving the boat and I was standing up on the front. And out there at the break, there were some smallmouth, and we started across that flat and I never saw a thing. I got up here, I was just commenting, there doesn't seem to want to be any shallow fish here. And then boom, there's a largemouth. Hey, buddy. Just smashing. I mean, smashing that Magdraft. Like they have no idea it's not the real thing. It's awesome.
Idle out. We'll run back to the boat.
Oh. Throw back to him, throw back to him.
You are in the zone right now.
I am in the zone. I'm dialed.
You really are.
That's a nice smallmouth. Beautiful smallie. Man, some days you just connect with the bait. You know, you're on the same wavelength. That Magdraft and I, we're speaking the same language today. It's awesome. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Today was always going to be a short day and we have run out of time, but we've really enjoyed exploring a new lake. Today was just about us getting out and having some fun, and I'm glad that we got to bring you along for it. It was a swim bait kind of a day. You know, the smallmouth, we figured that this lake probably had largemouth and smallmouth, but you just never know until you get out and try. And those smallies, they were mostly on that small stuff, right? The dark sleeper, the spark shad, the swammer, but then they got on that Magdraft too. But those largemouth, they were dialed on that Magdraft. Cece lost out a little bit because frankly, I didn't put a heavy enough rod in the boat for her to be able to throw a Magdraft. I had the only rod in the boat that could throw it, but it's just the way it played out today. But we had a ball. In the video description, we'll link you all the gear, from the rods and reels we were using for the specific baits to the exact colors, all that stuff for you. If you guys enjoyed coming along, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you soon.